Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. It's a beautiful morning out here in South Alabama, and we're going to be taking a flight from 79 Juliet to Auburn in this beautiful V-35B Bonanza, 300 horsepower, come fly right seat.
South Alabama Regional traffic, Bonanza 8166 Romeo taxi 11 via Alpha, South Alabama Regional. It's a very pretty morning this morning. Activate, we're going to Auburn, Alpha Uniform Oscar at 4,000 feet. I did file an IFR just because it makes flying so much easier to just go IFR, especially into towered airports, in my opinion. Just handle some of the sequencing for you. South Alabama Regional traffic, Bonanza 8166 Romeo departing, will Romeo 11, South Alabama Regional. All right, everything is in the green now. Mixture's coming full rich. A little bit of a crosswind. Nothing crazy. All right, advance our throttle, and here we go. All right. Green, 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 charging. Airspeed's alive, we're gonna rotate. Positive rate, gear up, yaw damp on, and we're going 2,500 RPM. We'll climb at 107 till out of the airport environment. Once out of the airport environment, we will switch over to a more cruise climb at 115. Doing about 2,100 foot a minute right now at 115. Actually 2,500 at 115. So go ahead and roll over to on course, climbing through 1,400. South Regional traffic, Bonanza 8166 Romeo departing the area to the northeast. South Regional. All right, climbing through 1,700, we'll go over to 115 and hold that for our climb. And call approach, get a clearance. Clearance approach, Bonanza 8166 Romeo, just off of Vandal. Would you like to pick up our IFR to Auburn?
8166 Romeo, Cairns, scope 1041.
1041, 66 Romeo. Looking good.
Bonanza 66 Romeo, you radar contact 3 miles northeast of Andalusia. Cleared to Auburn vid direct, climb and maintain 5,000.
Cleared Auburn direct up to 5,000, 66 Romeo, thanks.
Altimeter's 3020.
2066 Romeo. Climbing at 127, getting 1,000 a minute. And 1,000 to go. All right, we're gonna run 23 squares, so I'm gonna pull my power back to 23 inches of manifold pressure. My prop back to 2,300 RPM.
Sabre 07's clear drag WOGAF.
Approach Sabre 23, we're level 3.
And close cow flaps.
Sabre 23, I'll get your request here in a minute.
And start leaning the mixture.
Approach 121.1.
121.1 looks fast.
Bonanza 66 Romeo, contact approach 121.1.
21.1, 66 Romeo, see ya. Approach Bonanza 8166 Romeo, 5.1, descending 5.
November 8166 Romeo, Cairns, good morning.
Good morning. All right, so we're getting about 13.8 gallons an hour.
Logo 25, level 3,000.
Let our temps kind of settle out, and we are going to keep adjusting that. Break out the checklist, make sure we didn't miss anything.
They are now 7, approach at Troy, terminate.
Throttle prop, mixture, cow flaps, instruments, fuel pump tank.
Terminate to the Andalusia RNAV 29.
Alrighty, we're going to turn the autopilot on. It is on nav and altitude hold at 5,000. Alright, so it's been a little while since I posted a video. A lot's happened since then. A lot. As you notice, I'm not any warrior anymore. In this beautiful V-Tail Bonanza. I love this plane. It's one of my favorite planes I've ever flown. Got the G500 TXI. I don't know what this is. EDM 930 JPI. I think that's what it says.
Left turn heading of 220, descend and maintain 3,000.
750. GFC 500 autopilot. Really could not ask for a better panel, especially for a plane this size. Super blessed. It's a huge step up from the Warrior. The Warrior, you can, hop in and fly it, and you're not super worried about getting behind the airplane or anything. Once you've got a little time in one, this airplane will, if you get out of it for a little while and you don't have a bunch of time in one, you will get it handed to you pretty quick. So definitely just trying to stay proficient in this thing. Could be a challenge if you're not flying consistently. And as far as me, like, where am I at? So commercial, single engine, and multi-engine rated, as well as instrument. Certified flight instructor, CFII, and multi-engine instructor. So
Loco 33,
got all the ratings knocked out last year, did them accelerated. If you're going to do flight training, get it done as fast as possible. Don't drag it out. If you can at all afford it, or you have financial help or whatever, get them knocked out. That's what made this whole journey so easy for me. Super blessed to just get it knocked out as fast as possible. Yeah, just been building hours, getting some retract time, complex time. Been instructing too, so that's been a lot of fun. Been enjoying that. And yeah, just enjoying the, general aviation side of things while I still can. All right, I will see you when we get closer to the descent and coming into Auburn. Oh, we just got swapped over to Atlanta, so let's call them up. Atlanta approach, Bonanza A166, Romeo level 5000.
166 Romeo, Atlanta approach, Columbus altimeter 3029er, advising the other weather at Auburn, runway 36 is used.
We'll advise when we have the weather Auburn 29er, 66 Romeo, thanks. Alrighty. Alright, tower's going to be 2387. Go ahead and throw that in there, stay away ahead of the airplane. The ground's 2162. So something I didn't know for the longest time is ground. Generally, in a towered airport, it's always going to be 121 something. So 121.7, 121.9. In this case, 121.62. Whenever you're putting that into the 750 right here, you'll hear me say 20 something or 30 something. Because you don't ever have to put the 1. You never need to put the 1. If I hit 23.87, it always autofills the 1 right there. So that's why. The only time you need to put a 1 is if you're in the nav over here. If I'm trying to type in an ILS or something, you would need to put the 1 in. Get about
66 Romeo, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain 3000, report field in sight.
Pilot's discretion down to 3000, will report field in sight. 66 Romeo has weather as well. So we're doing that at 5000. I'm going to come over here, and I'm adjusting this right here. Altitude select. We're going to scroll that down to 3000. And then we got to choose how we're going to get there. So we're going to hit vertical speed in just a second, but first we're going to back our power out to right around 2100 RPMs. That'll allow us to actually slow down. It's really hard to slow this plane down. We're going to hit vertical speed. We see where it's got it selected right there. We're going to do 500 foot a minute, all the way down to 3000. That's how we're going to set up our descent. And we see that we are tracking down at right around 500 foot a minute. Everyone always talks about this being the V-Tail doctor killer. And you always hear the joke, oh, is anybody in your family a doctor? I hope not. Well, an airplane is an airplane at the end of the day. And there are some airplanes that are a little bit more stable and safe than other airplanes. But a good pilot's always just going to restrict his airframe's limitations and know his airplane. And just don't get too fast. Simple as that. Don't get too fast. Respect your airplane. You'll be completely fine. Approach Bonanza A166 Romeo, field in sight.
36 Romeo, clear visual approach runway 36 at Auburn and contact tower 123.87.
Cleared visual approach 36 into Auburn over to tower 66 Romeo, thanks. Alright, over to tower. We're going to throw in ground at 2162. Auburn tower, Bonanza A166 Romeo, visual 36.
Bonanza A166 Romeo, Auburn tower, report 3 miles from the field.
We'll report 66 Romeo. Alright. Field elevation over here is 777 MSL. Something I like to do, we're going to go heading mode. So now our autopilot is tracking our heading bug. It's not tracking our nav. We're going to come over here to visual. We're going to load in the visual approach 36. Activate. Now something it says over here. It says this V3NM. That's the visual 3 nautical mile point. So if we're a little bit more offset, I'm going to shoot somewhere right around there for our final to square it off. So I've got the airport out there. I'm going to come over here.
Right downwind, midfield,
heading mode. I'm going to scroll with this, and I'm going to turn our heading mode.
Clear to land.
And we're going to use that right there, that arrow, and kind of align it and see where we want to be. And yeah, still coming down through 2000 because when you're cleared for the visual approach, you can do whatever you need to go land visually.
Miles northeast, 3000.
Because I have the runway in sight. So I put it right around a 3 mile final, which is about perfect for this airplane.
Bonanza 66 Romeo, you're going to be following a Cessna Skyhawk, turning right base here shortly. Report traffic in sight.
Roger, 66 Romeo. You like your speed? We got him on the glass. There's a little quarry down there.
Uniform on ground.
That's super sick. Really pretty. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the autopilot because I want to hand fly. Got the runway in sight. I don't see any other traffic on final or on my glass. So we're good there. Tower Bonanza 166 Romeo, 3 miles, visual 36.
36, clear to land.
36, clear to land, Bonanza 166 Romeo. Alright, we're going to work our power out. Get below gear speed. And gear's coming down. Alright, so boost pumps, we're going to leave those off. Cow flaps are going to be open. Gas is on the proper tank. Mixture props. Mixture coming full rich. Props going full forward. We're going to roll it in.
You're going to be following a Skyhawk about 2 miles east of the field, also inbound for the right downwind.
And we got our switches below flap speed. We're going to put in 20 degrees of flaps and turn our lights on. Alright, this airplane really likes about
1340, follow the traffic in the downwind.
100 knots or so on final. And then short final, it loves, you kind of roll it back to 80 knots. And I found that works great.
Number 145, number 2 to follow, Bonanza short final, runway 36, clear to land.
Yeah, so 36, 3 green, clear to land. Everything's looking great. We are on a stabilized approach. A little windy out here. Actually, pretty windy. Alright, so we're short final. We're going to start rolling it back to about 80 knots. I like 80, 85 knots over the numbers. Click the yaw damp off, 3 green, and we'll be right before the thousands. Sweet.
Awesome 66 Romeo, you got any FBO?
FBO 66 Romeo.
66 Romeo, Charlie 2 Charlie, the FBO, monitor ground.
Charlie 2 Charlie, FBO, monitor ground, 66 Romeo. Made it on the ground.
Port midfield, right traffic.
We'll do our landing light off, bring our flaps up, verify that it is flaps, land our mixture. And we're going to monitor ground. Charlie, Charlie, and FBO. I've been here a few times, so I know where I'm going. And we got our amazing line guy waving us over here. So something I feel like no one ever taught me when it came to aviation is what the line guy's even saying. So right now he's holding out where he wants you to be. He's pointing out, making it very obvious. Sometimes they don't, but he wants me right here. And I don't know if he's going to marshal us in or not. It does not appear as though he's going to. So, all right, well, thank you for flying with us, with me, not us. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.